Welcome back to our van build series. So last week, we got our new switches in the mail for our switch plate, and we were able to get rid of our old switch plate, which we were super excited about.
Well, the switch has met its demise.
So we made a new switch plate with these new switches, and we installed it, and we're really happy with how it turned out. But last week, we also got some bad news because we discovered our van has a leak. Unfortunately, we can't fix it right now, so it's going to go on the back burner for a bit. So moving on to this week's episode, we're going to install our final wall, which goes behind our driver's seat. We're going to prep and paint that, and that will be finished. We're going to remove the bed slats we have installed currently, and we're going to paint those and then install them permanently once that's done. And then hopefully in the next video, we'll chat a bit about how our bed will actually work to be a full-size double. So we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you're new here, consider subscribing and joining our van build journey every week.
Nice. That looks pretty good.
We need to take it off. We need to take photos of where all the studs are. You can't just put screws into nothing. So like we've got the strapping in here, but the strapping isn't everywhere. So we need to basically just go through, take a measuring tape, take photos, know where to put the screws. That's really straightforward and easy to do. Now the other things that we have behind this wall is we have right behind about here, we've got a 120 power plug, we've got the propane switch, the water switch, and what else do we have there? Oh, there's a USB plug and
Switch
now the
for
light
lights.
for the switch for the lights. So we have to kind of figure out how we're going to do those. Now that's not a big deal, so we're just going to do that quick. Maybe if I could hold this.
So we just put the wall on, Nick screwed it on, and I'm just gonna fill the holes now. And some of the cracks, like there's a couple seams that we'll fill, even though they'll be in our cabinet so you won't really see them. But that's the update.
Welcome back, guys. We're taping up, well, basically everything that we don't want to get dusty, because it's about to get really dusty in here. When we first sanded the back walls there was nothing else in the van, so it really didn't matter to us. But now we've got, a lot of electrical components that we just don't want to get super dusty. Just gonna sand this wall up today, and we're making sure that we do all the prep work we can to try to keep the dust down. All right, guys, welcome back. As you can see, this wall behind me looks fantastic. It is installed. Aside from one thing, it has not been screwed across the top here to the stud that's behind there, and the reason is we actually have these two holes here and also on this side. So the main reason, well, the only reason that we have those holes there is that we can actually stick a drill bit through that hole and remove the stud that's behind here. And the only reason we need that is because we can't actually remove the window itself with that stud in place. But we wanted to be able to move forward and put the wall on, because obviously we have to install the upper cabinet. It goes on top of the wall. We wanted to be able to install like switch plates, things like that. So basically we needed the wall installed, but we needed to be able to remove that stud to get the window out. So we are able to do that by doing it this way. So the wall's in, wall looks great. Things are coming along. I think I'm gonna do a quick tidy up in the van here, and I honestly think that we're gonna take the bed out. We're gonna remove the bed and we're gonna take it inside, probably sand it up and paint it so that we can bring it back in the van and permanently install it. So that's a really big thing for us. We have to paint the bed before we can install both of the upper cabinets, basically, because this cabinet uses that cabinet as reference to mount. So we have to basically install the bed permanently, then install the rear cabinet permanently, and then we can install the upper cabinet permanently. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna tidy up the van here, clean it up really good, and then probably dismantle the bed and take it inside. So I'm gonna throw you on time lapse and get started. Well, as you can see, doing a whole lot better than I thought it was gonna go. I was able to get it in one, well, I'm gonna say one piece. I did take that piece off here, the closest piece to the door. I probably did not have to take that piece off. However, it just made this thing a lot easier to deal with. So anyway, this is awesome. I think we're gonna paint it in one piece, because then when we put it back in, it's gonna be the exact same thing. There's no guesswork as to which piece goes where. I'm gonna take it inside, sand it, paint it. We're gonna paint it the same color as the garage, so like the dark gray color, and then bring it out here for final installation. Let's get to it. I hope the heater's not that loud. I know it is kind of loud because I know we've heard it in past clips. We've done our best to kind of fix those clips, but for now I turned it down to its lowest heat setting. Hopefully it's not loud. So what you just saw was me installing the bed here. And we slid this on. Now sliding this on did a little bit of damage. As you can see, basically everywhere it rubbed. It left some marks. It is unfortunate, but you know what? The van is not done, and we know that things like this are gonna happen as we try to, you know, continue to build. So anyway, minor little touch-ups. We're also going to be using these little, I did not lose them, these guys here. So, I ordered these on Amazon. I know they're not very big. However, I don't think they need to be that big. So basically what we're gonna do with these is we're gonna kind of put them in the corners like that. And all that's going to do is kind of hold the bed down. It might also help it go back and forth. So we're going to put one there, probably put one there, maybe on the back side as well. I know we're going to put the back corners. Basically, I think every stud, including this one, is going to get one of those little brackets. I think we're also going to put some probably on the back side here, also up here. I realized, yes, they're not that large, so they're probably not that structural. However, I think any little bit helps. if that makes sense. So, and I know a lot of this isn't like high stress. Yes, it's the bed, but the way it's designed, all the structure, all the weight's being pushed down on it, so it should be pretty good. So I do have a little leg that's gonna go there to support that, because as you can see, actually it's pretty stable. I know there's gonna be a lot of weight there. So we've got this, which fits just like that. So that leg will make things substantially stronger. As you know, the cabinet sits right here, so the cabinet's going to be putting all its weight right there, straight across. I'm definitely going to add more of these. I should have done that before we painted it. I don't know why I didn't, but here we are. So probably going to do just down the center here. That should sturdy this up. It is very strong as it is, and I think it would be fine, but we're going to do that just in case. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to install all those elbows, all those 90s. So anyway, let's install some more of these little brackets.
So that's a wrap for this week's episode. In next Sunday's episode, we are going to be painting all of our cabinetry, but we're also going to jump back on the van roof and install our ski box, because for us to install our cabinetry, we need that on first. So lots of exciting stuff coming. Make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode.
Now what else can you do?
I can do anything you can do. We're still recording.